Sean M. Haffey, Getty Images. With that, the offseason is officially underway. This winter should bring plenty of excitement thanks to a free agent class headlined by Bryce, Harper and Manny Machado, and a trade market that could really shift the balance if a few teams on the fringe decide to start rebuilding. With the Red Sox and Dodgers still in the spotlight, let's take a look at what awaits both World Series participants this offseason, including incumbent free agents and various areas of need. Boston Red Sox Nathan Eovaldi, Bob Levy, Getty Images. Notable free agents, RP Craig Kimbrell, SP Nathan Eovaldi, 1B Prov Steve Pearce, 2B Ian Kinsler, RP Joe Kelly, SP, RP Drew Pomeranz, 2B Brandon Phillips. If Eduardo Nunez, player option. First and foremost, the Red Sox will need to decide whether re-signing closer Craig Kimbrell is a priority. The 30-year-old is the game's active saves leader with 333 for his career, and he added 42 to that total in 2018 while posting a 2.74 ERA, 1.00 WHIP and 13.9 K, 9 in 63 games. Craig Kimbrell, Sean M. Haffey, Getty Images. While he nailed down all 6 of his save chances during the postseason, he struggled to the tune of a 5.91 ERA and 1.59 WHIP over 10.2 innings in the process. As the top closer on the market, a big payday is coming his way, and the Red Sox might prefer to let someone else pony up for his post-prime years. Zach Britton, Cody Allen, Kelvin Herrera, David Robertson and Juris Familia are among the alternatives on the free agent market who have closing experience. Next, on the to-do list will be deciding whether to bring back deadline edition and postseason standout Nathan Eovaldi. Nick Coffardo of the Boston Globe offered up the following on his likely asking price. Most executives think a comparable is Alex Cobb, who also came back from Tommy John and landed a 4-year, $57 million deal with Baltimore last offseason. Eovaldi's pedigree exceeds Cobb's at this point, so his contract should be more lucrative. The Red Sox should be interested in re-signing him, particularly with Chris Sale's current physical condition. With Chris Sale, David Bryce, Rick Porcello and Eduardo Rodriguez likely locked into 4 rotation spots, the team will need to add at least one starter, whether it's a reunion with Eovaldi or an outside pickup. Beyond those 2 key free agents, the team could also explore a reunion with World Series MVP Steve Pearce, who made for an excellent platoon partner with first baseman Mitch Moreland thanks to his strong work against left-handed pitching. The team could also conceivably look for upgrades at catcher and second base. Christian Vasquez, Sandy Leon and Dan Butler hit a combined .194, .246, .288 during the regular season, so it wouldn't be hard to find an offensive upgrade behind the plate. Vasquez signed a 3-year extension in March and remains a plus defender, so it's unlikely the team will move on from him entirely. What role will Dustin Pedroia play in 2019? Billy Weiss, Boston Red Sox, Getty Images. At second base, the health of Dustin Pedroia is the big question mark. Veterans Brandon Phillips and Ian Kinsler were brought in as stopgap solutions during the season, but they're now free agents. Eduardo Nunez will be back if he exercises his $5 million player option, and Brock Holt can play second, but the team might prefer keeping them 2 in utility roles and exploring more of an everyday solution. A reunion with Kinsler is a possibility at the right price. Beyond that, expect a few bullpen arms to be added the mix. Re-signing Joe Kelly is a possibility, but they'll likely cast a wide net. The other focus of the offseason could be on in-house extensions. Xander Bogaerts and Chris Sale are free agents next offseason, and Mookie Betts hits the open market after 2020, so locking up at least one of those cornerstone players would be nice. The rival New York Yankees aren't going anywhere, and both the Houston Astros and Cleveland Indians are built for long-term success, but there's no reason to think the Red Sox won't again be among the World Series favorites in 2019. Los Angeles Dodgers Manny Machado, Sean M. Haffey, Getty Images. Notable free agents: SS, 3B Manny Machado, C Yasmani Grandal, SP Hyun-Jin Ryu, 2B Brian Dozier, RP Ryan Madsen, RP John X Ford, RP Daniel Hudson, RP Tom Kohler, SP Clayton Kershaw. Opt-out: the Dodgers will have a decision from Clayton Kershaw on whether he'll exercise his opt-out clause by midnight ET on Thursday, and he offered up the following to Mark Feinsand of MLB.com on his current mindset: "I know the future questions are obviously coming for myself. I've got 3 days now to think about all of that stuff before anything happens. And so it will be an eventful 3 days for me, and I'll try to figure it out. I haven't made the decision yet. We have 3 days to talk, between us and the Dodgers, see what happens. And then we'll go from there. Even if he does decide to opt out, there's a good chance it will simply be to secure a longer deal from the Dodgers. You never know, though. At any rate, adding at least one starting pitcher will be on the to-do list, as Hyun-Jin Ryu is also a free agent. That leaves Walker Buehler and Rich Hill as the only two pitchers locked into rotation spots, while Alex Wood, Ross Stripling and Kenta Maeda split their time between starting and relieving last season. Ryan Madsen Elsa, Getty Images. Bridging the gap to closer Kenley Jansen was also a struggle at times, so signing a setup reliever or two could go a long way. Ryan Madsen filled the eighth-inning role after joining the team in August, and he'll be a candidate to be resigned. Pedro Baez, Scott Alexander and Dylan Floro will be back, but more help is needed. Second base also looks like an area of need. Brian Dozier is a free agent, and the team would benefit from leaving Chris Taylor and Kike Hernandez in utility roles. Kansas City Royals standout Whit Merrifield could be a fit on the trade market, while guys like Jed Lowry, DJ LeMahieu and Daniel Murphy are options in free agency. The recovery of Corey Seager is also a storyline worth watching. While it's unlikely the team will make an attempt to re-sign Manny Machado with Seager on the mend, a stopgap addition might be necessary if he's not on track to return by opening day. Yasmani Grandal is Russia. Getty Images. Catcher Yasmani Grandal is also a free agent and is likely headed for a nice payday as the top backstop on the market. Defensive-minded Austin Barnes will be back, but the team could opt to leave the position open with prospects Will Smith and Keibert Ruiz knocking on the door. Signing someone like Kurt Suzuki to a one-year deal to team with Barnes until the young guys are ready might make sense. The Dodgers have won 6 straight NL West titles, and a 7th could be forthcoming if they can fill in the roster gaps with another busy winter. All stats courtesy of Baseball Reference, unless otherwise noted.